Hello, I'm Annette Young and welcome to the 51%er show about women reshaping our world. Coming up, how the ban on skin-lightening products in Ivory Coast has failed to stop tens of thousands of women from buying these creams. This as health officials warn of risks such as diabetes and hypertension. Also, life after the Islamic State group, we head to the Anbar region in Iraq, which is undergoing massive reconstruction as local women attempt to pursue interests outside of the traditional family home. And a Paris photographic exhibition celebrates the work of famed author Ernaux, who became the first ever French woman to win the Nobel Prize for Literature. But we begin in Ivory Coast, where 9 years after a national ban on skin whitening products, the trend continues to boom despite its health risks. More than 1 in 2 women are known to use such products. However, activists are furious at authorities for failing to stop people from buying these creams, as our team on the ground report.
You can find just about anything in the Adjamé market in Abidjan, even down to skin-lightening products for babies. Here in Nadej's boutique, this mother is looking for advice from the saleswoman, unhappy with the last product she bought.
I bought a product in San Pedro that darkened my baby. I'm having her make something to make his skin lighter.
Nadej is confident in their quality. She uses these products on herself and her children.
I've been using these products since my son was 1. I mix this with this soap, and then I put these 2 tubes inside to change the tints. To clean their skin, everyone wants their child to be pretty. For the child to have a beautiful complexion, you can't have clean skin and for your child to still be dirty.
Fevicide, an ointment for pimples and burns, contains corticosteroids and is intended only for short-term use. Misusing it as a skin-lightening product is common in Ivory Coast, leading to serious health complications. Over 500 patients a year suffer from depigmentation-related issues, as warned by a dermatologist from Traceville University Hospital.
You can get stretch marks or even skin infections. There are also risks associated with products entering the bloodstream. This can lead to diabetes, hypertension, and kidney failure.
Back at the Adjamé market, Marcelin Doe and his NGO, partnered with Professor Kaloga, are trying to take down the idealization of light skin as a beauty standard.
Ladies, you don't have to have white skin. You're beautiful as you are.
Half of Abidjan's female population engage in skin depigmentation. The NGO's goal is clear: raise awareness among mothers to protect them and their children.
So if you're going to depigment yourself to please a man, he's going to say, "Hey baby, you're so pretty." Okay, you're pretty, but in the end, you'll be the one suffering the consequences.
Their campaign also reminds traders of the 2015 decree prohibiting the sale of lightening products containing harmful ingredients, a law many disregard, like this wholesaler who sells a wide range of products for children.
Children and teenagers can use this. And there's also this cream for babies and newborns. There's also a shower gel. The decree is not really convenient for us because we make a lot of money from selling these products. I tell myself they're legal because they're sent by companies. But after what they've said today, there's a bit of doubt in my mind.
With minimal regulation and oversight on imported and locally produced cosmetics, compliance with the law is uncertain. The Marcelin Doe Association tasked the National Public Health Laboratory with testing 8 samples of lightening cosmetics to ascertain their adherence to regulations.
There are compliant products and others that do not comply. What we noticed repeatedly is that the labeling does not comply with the regulations. There are some that don't even specify the presence of hydroquinone. These products are presented as if they are to be used on a daily basis. Except these products containing active lightening ingredients should only be used to resolve occasional problems.
So why are these products so easily found, over the counter and in plain sight? For Marcelin Dau, the corruption of the health police and the lack of political will are at the heart of the problem.
They're always in contact with these sellers. The products are before their eyes. They can see them. They know. In the decree regulating cosmetics and personal hygiene products, signed in 2015, a committee was meant to be set up to regulate the sale of these products. But this committee has never existed up until today. The question is, why?
We contacted the Ministry of Health about this problem but received no answer. Since the decree was passed in 2015, very little has been done by the state to truly eliminate lightening products from the Ivorian market.
Now to the western part of Iraq, which has undergone a massive reconstruction following occupation by the Islamic State group. The rebuilding has meant that women are also slowly attempting to pursue interests outside of the family home. This report by Marie-Charlotte Rupi and Josh Vardy.
Only a few years ago, this scene in western Iraq would have been difficult to film. Haja, nicknamed Anbar's first woman on horseback, has set up a riding centre exclusively for women.
I want to break down the stereotypes in Anbar. Women in such a conservative society are not able to move around freely.
Rapid change has come to her province since the end of the war against the Islamic State group. Haja discovered a passion for riding while in exile in Dubai. She now wants to make it more accessible to others.
This region and its women are in need of places for entertainment. We're not violating any social norms or tribal codes. On the contrary, horses embody the history of Anbar and the traditions we were raised in. We will keep fighting for society to support women.
For now, it's up to her to support her friends. Hanan says she's convinced.
It's an appropriate hobby for Anbar women because it's not in public places.
The riding centre is one of a number of private female sport initiatives that have opened in the city. Local NGO activist Raja says these changes are an indirect consequence of the war.
The men were absent, and people saw that women were able to meet their needs. We took advantage of what we had learned from the places where we were displaced. We brought some ideas back to our governorate and added our own touch to them, with our norms, our values, and Islamic and Anbari traditions.
While navigating these codes, women have a place to gather in the evening in the town of Anna. It was opened by Islam and her daughter.
If you go to the market every day, it's not possible. People will gossip or criticize you. It was very difficult for women. So we came up with this project. Only women are allowed here so that they feel comfortable.
After a year of existence, the Flamingo Cafe stands as inspiration to its customers. It also provides a space for young women entrepreneurs to meet, plan and develop their own projects for the future.
And finally, here in Paris, a photographic exhibition celebrating the work of famed French writer Annie Ernaux. She became the first ever French woman to win the Nobel Prize for Literature in 2022. Her novels drawing on personal experiences of class and gender.
This book is a bit like a cash register of things I've heard. It's like a camera, witnessing things.
Journal du dehors, translated as exteriors in English, describes scenes of everyday life seen or heard by Annie Ernaux in France between 1985 and 1992. 31 years after its publication, her book has inspired a new exhibition in Paris. At the European House of Photography, More than 150 snapshots echo Ernaux's writing. Like this photo by Janice Niepce, taken in 1965.
Really, this is a show about observation and about being able to move around the world. That's what Annie did when she wrote this book. But she also spent a lot of her life feeling the confines of motherhood and being unable to have that freedom. And I think the image is very symbolic of that sort of the compromises of motherhood. The wonder of having one's children, but also the sense of confinement.
29 artists from around the world captured these photos between 1940 and 2021. They weren't simply picked to illustrate Annie Ernaux's words, but to evoke similar experiences.
The similarity between photography and my writing is capturing the moment, knowing that it's temporary. All my books deal with the idea that all images will disappear.
Ernaux explores universal themes through what she calls photographic writing, which led her to win the Nobel Prize in Literature in 2022.
And that's all for this edition, but in the meantime, we would love to hear from you, so do reach out with your suggestions via Facebook, Instagram or X, of course, formerly known as Twitter. So until our next show, bye for now.